Lindsay would like me to let you know that not only are your poker chips good for drinks tonight, but so are those blue tickets, so do not get rid of those. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sticking it out. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 2024 ABRF members meeting. This is the very last thing that we're going to ask you to do this year. But we are going to start it out with some feedback from you all. So I'm going to put up a couple of Slido polls that we would really appreciate some feedback on to help us both improve this meeting, but also to kind of allow ABRF to be a better steward of your time and your energy in the future. So really direct some of our strategic priorities going forward. So first, just an easy one. How often have you guys attended the ABRF annual meeting? Yep, everybody get the QR code, upper left-hand corner. The biggest answer you can give is 35, Julie. All right, well, I love all of our first-time members that are here and sticking it out to the end. Thanks, y'all. All right, so next question. Are you a member of an ABRF committee, research group, chapter leadership? All right, love that enthusiasm. All right, there are 2 people that are unsure, but I'm going to move on anyways. Please rate your experience. Tell us we're doing awesome, or tell us we're doing terrible. That's fine too. But Joe, congratulations. Everyone loves your meeting.
All these responses you submitted work,
Joe. And how likely are you to come join us in Las Vegas? I love those numbers. Maybe we could add a couple more before the end of the meeting today. All right, thank you everybody for your help with that. I really appreciate it. Today, here's sort of our agenda. This is what we're going to cover in the next hour and a half. I have been told to talk fast. I will do my best. We're going to start out with some reports from our committees, really understand what ABRF has accomplished in the next year, last year, talk a little bit about our plans for the next year, give a lot of thank yous, a lot of congratulations to people, and then head out to Brit's Pub. So the very first thing I would like to do is thank our annual meeting committee. Joe, I know you'd like to come up and say a few words, but in the meantime, I'd like to acknowledge everybody else. Oh. Maybe. All right, so along with Joe, Roxanne Ashworth. Yes, ma'am, please stand. Tim Bushnell. Carolyn Deneff, who is also our 2025 chair. Christiane Hassel. I don't know why this keeps opening. Pratik Jagtap. Tanya Mesa. Ashlyn Montgomery. Claudia Smedoma. Natasha Nicolaitis, who is our co-chair. Mark Sanders, who is our host here at the University of Minnesota. Todd Smith. Mary Wynn. And Molly Zeller.
So on behalf of all of those folks, we get to present this to Joe. And Paul. Thank you.
So thank you so much for everything you've done this year, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So I was always told never to avoid speaking in front of an audience because you never know how many you will have. So while I'm speaking to you, I need you two to come up here for a moment, please. Perfect. Thank you all for coming and participating and just being here. Even if you were lying about how much you liked it, I'll take it, and we'll just go from there. But Caroline's been asking me to pass the torch, so I made a torch. Yeah, so there you go.
Wait a minute.
Solid, it's good.
It's
good.
It's not an omen.
Here's your torch. I'm all done. I'm getting off the stage.
Oh, it sings.
Oh, it's what it's playing. Oh, we thought it's a call.
Theme song.
All right, and we could do absolutely none of this without our AMR meetings team. They have been running everything in the background, making sure things run smoothly for us. So we would like to give a very special thank you to all of them. I see most of them in the back. But particularly Lindsay Plath, this is her baby for us every year. She does absolutely everything. So thank you all so much. All right. So did you know we have members? We have a wonderful membership committee. They have done so much for us to grow ABRF in the last couple of years, or past couple of years. Again, I'd like you guys to stand up as I call your name. So Sarah Bowen. Kim Dalventhal. Kevin Knudsen. Claudia Lalancette. Luciano Marletto. Anoja Pereira. Verna Simon. Soma Sundaram. Sean Vargas. And Jonas Lachos. So what does our membership look like? As I mentioned, these people have been hard at work for the past couple of years. And as you can see, ABRF has responded accordingly. We are now up to, I believe, just shy of 2,700 members, as well as almost 400 new members this year alone. So that's excellent work, it's excellent growth, and we would love to hear from all of our new members about what they thought about this meeting and how we could help integrate you in ABRF better. ABRF does have a global reach. We have members across the entire world, not just the United States, even though we think about this as a US contingent. And we also have a brand new partnership with CTLS that hopefully everybody knows about. So we're going to be getting some more European involvement in ABRF as a result of that. As you can see, we have ABRF members in almost every state. We've got a couple of outliers. Please talk to your friends. And we're really well divided between regions. This does not have our new EST chapter. I'm going to get this wrong. I'm so sorry, Ashlyn. SC3. Okay. Sorry, y'all. But we're really well divided across the entirety of the United States as far as our membership. We also have a real diversity of members by professional role. Typically, we think about ABRF as more of a directors, administrators type of a community, but you can see that's not even really the truth anymore. We really have a lot more people that are in the technology, in the research stage, and the staff scientist stages of their career, and we really love that we're going to be able to support you all as well. And we also have lots of different technology interests, and we're seeing a lot of growth in sort of new areas here as well, particularly a lot of imaging interest, a lot of informatics interest, a lot of flow cytometry interest as well. ABRF does have strategic goals and a strategic plan, so I did want to just kind of remind everybody of really what our goals are and our core sense of what ABRF is. So really recognizing expertise in core facilities, ensuring that we build diverse, inclusive core communities, that we're collaborating with our partners in team science, and that we have a really strong fiscal model to make sure that we're here to support you from here through the entire rest of your career. We are also going to be designing a new strategic plan starting in 2025, and we may be reaching out to some of you in order to get some feedback from you about how you would like to see ABRF support you better. So I really hope that you will give some input for us as we're designing that new strategic plan. If you're interested in what we did over the last year, every year ABRF puts out an annual report. And maybe you'll get to see it. But essentially that covers all of our activities over the past year, as well as some information about leadership, different committees, different publications that we've done, really all of the different ways that ABRF has provided outreach over the past year. So this year, we celebrated 35 years of ABRF. Everybody hopefully already saw the video and the background that we've put together to sort of show how much growth and how much change there's been in ABRF over the past 35 years. If not, there's a little QR code there. It is a really awesome retrospective of everything that we have done as a society. And I would really like to thank particularly Mark Lively and Ron Neese for your help to really collate all of that information and make sure it's all available to us. So thank you so much to both of you. And now we're on to the awards. So the first awards that we would like to present are for our Outstanding Scientist Scholarships and our Founders Awards. These are scholarships that allow attendance to the meeting, or that give free attendance to the meeting in order to really bring new scientists into ABRF and allow them to present the work that they're doing. I love that someone is so excited and celebrating this. I will make sure you get one. Thank you so much. I know. But so we'd like to thank James Penny and the rest of the committee that helped review all of these scholarships. So we had a really strong set of submissions this year. But now I would like to invite the individuals that received these awards up to receive their awards. I remember what I'm talking about. First, Gabrielle Budjewski. Carolyn Chidley. Molashri Joshi. Amy Lindaker. And Ann Tate. Congratulations, all of you. This year we did some ABRF lightning talks in lieu of our traditional poster session. So I would like to now present the Waters Awards for the most successful lightning talks. We would also like to obviously thank Roy and Waters for their support of this particular award, so thank you so much. So the first one is Bradley Guillaumes from Colorado State. Amy Lindaker, again, congratulations. Murray Tipping from Memorial Sloan Kettering. And Margaret Ushman from Mayo Clinic. Congratulations on your hard work. So right now, I'd like to highlight our Journal of Biomolecular Techniques. We've done a lot of work with this particular, with our journal this past year to really revamp the journal itself. We've moved where it's housed. We've changed the way that we do our publication to get papers out and published faster. We have a new website. Again, we've also always been open access. There's no publication charges. And we have a friendly, delightful editorial board. Ron Orlando is so easy to work with. He is happy to give you lots of feedback, as is the rest of our board. So I would also then like to present the JBT Manuscript of the Year Award. It is Analysis of Microbiomes from Ultra-Low Biomass Surfaces using Novel Surface Sampling and Nanopore Sequencing by Anna Simpson, Scott Teige, Susan Wong, Patrick Leo, Seth Parker, Atul Chandler, Michael Williams, Hao Wei Wu, Kat Theory, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this name, Vendakeshawan, and Nivin Singh. And I believe Anna is here to receive that award. All right, somebody forgot to give her the memo. They'll make sure she gets it. Next, we'd like to present the Robert A. Welch Outstanding Research Group and Committee Member of the Year. This year's awardee is Stuart Levine. Stuart has been integral in many of our RGs. He was DSRD chair, he was GBERG chair. He has been involved in multiple program and meeting committees. He also was integral in starting our chapters, even though that's not directly what this award does. But Stuart has had his fingers in almost everything that ABRF has done, and I'm really pleased to give this award to him. Since he couldn't be here, he has actually recorded something for us to play. So, everybody, let's hear from Stuart. This is also the quietest Stuart's ever been.
Sameach. I hope you all have had a fantastic meeting, and I'm very sorry I cannot be with you this year. I will be brief, as I know I'm between you and the party. I just want to say how honored I am to receive the Robert Welch Award. I want to thank the nominating committee, but more importantly, all the members of the DSRG, GBERG, the folks I served with on the program committees, and particularly the members of the NERDS organizing committee. This award is as much for their efforts and hard work. It has been a real joy to work with everyone these last several years. Finally, for those of you who are new or have not done much in the ABRF, first, congratulations for having made it this far into the members meeting. But more importantly, I want to encourage you to become active. Join a research group, join a committee, reach out to your local chapter organizing committee. ABRF is made up of people just like you. In joining a group, you'll not only be contributing to ABRF, but you'll have the opportunity to meet a whole bunch of truly awesome people who, in a remarkably short time, can become some amazing colleagues and friends. Thank you again for the award, and I look forward to seeing you this fall in Albany or next year in Las Vegas.
And next, we would like to present the ABRF Alan Smith Mentorship Award. So this is a relatively new award for ABRF. It's been established in 2022, and the goal is to recognize an ABRF member that has really demonstrated passion for advising and mentoring others. This award recognizes the contribution of Alan Smith to the professional developments of others, and it's offered to inspire ABRF members to follow his lead in sharing themselves, sharing their knowledge, and sharing their expertise. In order to present this award, I'd like to invite Aaron Reisbart up to the podium.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to be able to present this award to Beth. I will try to keep these comments brief because I could stand here and talk endlessly about what an amazing person Beth is. I will, briefly say that I would not be in science were it not for her. We were in grad school together, and after grad school, I left science. I was burnt out, I was done. And Beth hired me as a temp to come help her write some documentation because all of the postdocs in her team had just found jobs, and I had just sold a business I was working on, and we were just chatting as friends. So she hired me as a temp for a couple months, and 5 years later, here I am. I'm still in her lab. I'm now a senior staff scientist. And that is because of Beth's dedicated mentorship, not only to me, but to everybody on the team. She cares so passionately about the people around her. She creates just an amazing work environment where everybody is valued as individuals, where their mental health is protected, where there's just room for every individual to grow. Yeah, again, I could talk endlessly. She's an amazing person and an amazing mentor, and I'm so excited to help recognize her.
And I love that these two awards are next to each other because I feel like most of what Aaron just said about Beth is also really true of Llewellyn as well. I would like to introduce our ABRF Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Llewellyn Fletcher. For those of you who do not know, Llewellyn was absolutely instrumental in creating mentoring programs, in starting our career development committee, She's shaped so many ABRF leaders. She's really helped people get into this core profession. Stay there, feel included, feel welcomed. So with that, Llewellyn, please come up.
Hi, thank you very much. I feel very honored to receive this award. Thanks to the EB, thanks to the Career Development Committee, thanks to the NERDS OC that I worked on for so many years. You know, I echo everything that Stuart said. It's the committees that you're on and the people you work with. And being part of ABRF, I think is really life-changing for me because it opened so many doors, gave me so many ways to contribute that I hadn't imagined, and so I'm kind of taken aback. But I also want to thank Mello Ellis, who's going to send this award to my house, so I don't have to carry it. And Mello's on the Membership Services Committee, so I just wanted to acknowledge everybody. And it's a little odd to be in the front of the room getting singled out when you know that everybody in the room is a huge part of biomedical research. And I'm an English major, so for me, this just feels overwhelming. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mello.
All right. Now I'd like to move on to some upcoming events, our ABRF regional chapters and our ABRF regional chapter meetings. So I would like to invite each of our ABRF chapter leaders as we come to their slides to stand up and tell us a little bit about both what's going on in their chapter and also what they have planned for events this year. I know, I apologize for this auto-advance situation. I'm not really sure what's going on. All right. All right, so first, Michelle and Madsai. Or Chris and Madsai, pardon me.
Okay, we're still there. We want to welcome everyone to Rutgers this year. We're going to go in August. It's a little bit to the northern border of the Madsai territory, but we have some wonderful pre-meeting conferences for you, workshops, conferences, leading with care tactics and best practices in the management of animal-related cores. And then, of course, we're going to have our plenary sessions and technology tracks. And Friday, we will conclude with half-day leadership training, seeing is believing and embracing and navigating the diverse realities of life. So registration is open. Our website is up and running. If you have any problems, let us know. We certainly hope to see all of you. The hotel is awesome looking. It's on the verge of New Brunswick, and it's right off the train line.
And then next, Claudia Lalancette and Midwest.
Hi, everyone. I'm representing the Midwest Association. So please join us for October 21st, 22nd. We'll be in Louisville, Kentucky. We will have our usual famous core tours on the Monday morning, and our social event will be a Halloween party at the Muhammad Ali Center. In addition to the core tours, we will be having our plenary panel discussions and also breakout sessions for different of our technological fields. I want to point out some of the amazing sessions that we already have. Our keynote speaker will be talking about why why philanthropy is critical to research funding. This is not something that we hear very often, so this will be an interesting perspective. And we also have another one, the plenary session before the social event will be on championing positive change, and will be from someone at the co-director of the Muhammad Ali Institute for Peace and Justice. So please join us, and it will be fun. As usual, we have a Halloween party. How can that be bad?
Thanks, Claudia. And next, Sridhar on behalf of the nerds.
So after you're done with the Math Sci, and before you can go to the Halloween party, we have our meeting on October 16 to 18. The coolest group, the nerds. Sharing is caring. This year we're sharing New Jersey with the Math Sci. So our meeting is going to be in Albany. It's going to be hosted by the University of Albany, RPI, and Wadsworth New York State Department of Health. We welcome you to, it's going to be a great time. Fall colors are in, it's not cold yet. It's cooler. And so we got an exciting program that we're putting together for you. But we want to know what you want to hear. So if you have any suggestions and things that you're specifically interested in, shoot us an email. Right? Welcome.
And next, our newest core, Ashlyn, SC3.
Yeah, so we're the South Central Core Collective. It's Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, all the other surrounding states, or if you just want to party, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be in Houston, Texas on October 8th and 9th. It will be at TMC3 Helix Park, which is a brand new building, and I'm showing you a picture of the 2-foot screen on the inside. It's like the coolest atrium ever. Anyway, there was a different slide where, but that's okay, we'll go with this one. If you go to sc3.abrf.org, now listen, there's some placeholder text here because we're like still in the works. But there is a link to fill out a couple of questions on a survey and to tell us what you want to hear about. So we have things lined up, but not meeting content because we want to know what the people want to hear. So this is your opportunity. And if you have questions, find me later.
And next, Caesar and Aaron.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron. I'm the president of Caesar. I'm here to invite you guys to the 11th annual meeting of Caesar. This year is going to be in Nashville at the Vanderbilt University Marriott. We have 3 amazing keynote speakers lined up. We have 2 concurrent tracks, both for scientific and administration. And as always, admission and registration is free for all of our academic attendees. So I encourage you, please visit the QR code, visit our website at caesar.abrf.org, see our full program. Go ahead, register for the meeting, and I hope to see you all in Nashville. Thank you.
And last, both alphabetically and in time, but definitely not least, WACT and Sarah Bowen.
We are putting together a program for a fantastic WACT meeting in November 12th and 13th. We're not going to have the fall colors of nerds, but we're definitely going to have a view of the beach. So come in and join us. If you have ideas for a program, we're still really in the early works of putting that together, so feel free to email me or anyone on the OC. Thanks.
Wonderful. I'd really encourage all of you to try out a chapter meeting. The content there is really diverse, and the networking opportunities there are absolutely amazing. It's such a small, more tight-knit group, so the ability to really reach out and talk to your peers happens so well at the chapters. With that, we'd like to change gears just a little bit and invite Justine Kagenya up here to give us our treasurer's report.
Thank you, Marie. I'm just going to ask you to bear with me if I seem to skim over some of the information, because I'm trying to get us out of here into the most important place we've all been waiting for, the pub, especially after that intoxicating talk in Joe's own words. Our financial position continues continues to be positive overall, thanks to everybody that works really hard and tirelessly to make ABRF the organization that it is now. The executive board has a goal of meeting our annual budget goals, balanced budgets, as well as have some reserves to meet our annual operating goals. We are on track. There are some risk areas to manage, but overall, we are trending in the right direction. Last year, as you all might know, we had some slight challenges in meeting our goals in Boston because of the limited availability of exhibit space, so we had a slight reduction in our net assets, but Minneapolis has not disappointed. In fact, our corporate sponsorship has exceeded our expectations, thanks in part to all our members, institutional members, corporate partners, volunteers, the executive board, the wonderful Ken, and AMR for all your support. I just want to pause here and really give a round of applause to each one of us here. Yeah, ABRF is not what it is without the help and contribution and support from each one of you here. I'm going to show a few slides here. This is sort of where we are trending. We are coming back from sort of the darker days, and so that's how the direction of our net results. Again, 2023, we had a slight reduction because of some of the space issues we had in Boston. I also wanted to show you some of the distribution of our sources of revenues. Most of our contributions come from corporate sponsorship and the meeting itself. And then we have membership, we have other contributions from other smaller areas, but really the large bulk of our funding comes from meetings and through corporate sponsorships. And then conversely, I want to show how we use our revenues. And again, money in, money out for the meetings. So our biggest source is the meeting. And again, we spend a significant chunk of our revenues towards meeting support. And then we have administration, some of the wonderful work that AMR does. We have support for RGs and comms. And then developing resources to support you, our members, and so on and so forth. I just want to show you a snapshot of our fiscal year 2024 budget. That's the current year that we are in. This here shows, again, the sources of our revenues. The annual meeting, as we have seen, is our biggest contributor of our revenues. And we have membership. Registration is part of the annual meeting. And then we have a few other sources of support, including scholarships here and there and donations and such. Again, this is how we use our sources. We have the annual meeting again taking up the bulk of revenues. We have support, administrative support, some activities to support RGs and comms, and then again developing some of the resources and tools to support you, our members, and then some marketing and communication. So this is, we talked about projecting an almost balanced budget, so that's sort of where we are now. We have some areas of opportunity, we have some areas of risk, and when this meeting is said and done, we are going to sit down and really review how we did in all these areas, and again, focus on areas of opportunity and understand where the risk areas are for us to continue moving forward with the goal of fiscal sustainability for our programs. Looking ahead, we are making some efforts to align the chapter accounts and activities more and more, giving them a lot more visibility, creating reports that are more understandable and more meaningful to the chapters. We're really wanting to make the chapters big partners in the planning and progress reporting, just give them information that's relevant and timely. The Finance Committee is also working to revise, not to revise really, but to fine-tune our financial policies and procedures in collaboration with AMR. Again, looking ahead, we really, as you have seen in previous slides, the big bulk of our funding comes from corporate sponsorship, which is great that we have amazing sponsors. But as we like to say, we really don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. We have opportunities to tap into some other sources of revenues to support some of the programs to support our members. And so the EB has put in place a grant readiness task force. This is where we explore if we can leverage grant funding to support some of our programs. We are looking at the structure we have in place, if that's appropriate for receiving grants from federal agencies and other foundations. We are looking at grant mechanisms like the R25 to really support some of our meeting, DEI, and other programs that are relevant to our mission. We also are looking to tap into opportunities to help with developing online resources, hosted education programs, and some ABRF facilitated groups. And to that end, really, if you really have any interest or thoughts or ideas about any of these activities, the grant readiness, the revenue diversification task force, please contact me or talk to Ken or talk to our incoming president and how you can be involved or share some ideas with us. And with that, again, I want to thank all of you for all your support, for your enthusiasm, for cheerleading, for being here tonight and staying through this presentation. We'll see you at the pub.
All right, our next order of business, we're going to ask you to do just a little bit more work. So we are proposing an amendment to our ABRF bylaws. You all should have received this in your email a couple of weeks ago. I know you opened it. I know you read it. But I'm going to give you just a little bit of time now to read it again. Essentially, the goal of this change to the bylaws is to create sort of two new roles on our executive board. One is defining officially a president-elect. The other one is defining officially an immediate past president. And really, our hope in doing this is that it's going to provide more continuity in leadership in ABRF so that we really can keep an institutional memory, so that we can keep all of the knowledge that happens during a presidency available to the new president as he's learning what he needs to do. So like I said, I'll give everybody just a minute or two to read this, and then we'll just do a voice vote of yes or no. All right, people are starting to look at your phone, so I think you're done. All right, with that said, everybody who votes to enact the proposed amendment, please raise your hands. Oh, yes. Everybody yell yes. Cool. Anybody who doesn't like it, either raise your hands or say no. Hearing no no's, we will enact the proposed amendment. Thanks, everybody. All right, and last but not least, we're going to talk about our brand new election, our brand new executive board members. So in case you haven't seen him enough today, I would like to welcome Joe Dragavan to the EB. Joe, you can just go ahead and stand up. And Jane Srivastava. And in order to make space for them, Sridhar and I will be stepping back. So at this time, I'd like to invite Sridhar Chitter up to the podium.
It's done.
Sridhar, these were the best 4 years of our lives.
I know. And doesn't mean we get to go anywhere else. We're just not on the EB, but still tasked for everything, right?
Yes,
And we
so
get to-
Sridhar has been absolutely instrumental for all of the rest of you. As you can see, he's been so involved in so many different committees. He has been a spectacular compatriot on the executive board for the past 4 years. He also was the program chair for the 2024 meeting, and as you heard, he's going to be running the NERDS meeting this year, so he can't shake us. Of course we did.
So I tell this to everybody, this is my second family, right? So I enjoy coming to ABRF. It has been instrumental in everything I've done. I've never set out going to graduate school or doing anything to become a core director. And it was 2002 when things changed, and I happened to be in a core facility 2 doors from the company that was going to shut down, that I was thinking of doing research in. And I couldn't have done any of what I've done the last 22 years without the help of you guys. So it was great to see there are lots of new members at ABRF, but it was sort of disappointing to see that not everybody's involved, right? So we need to fix that. So get involved. This is the best networking group of friends that you would ever have.
Oh, sorry. There's a picture. Sridhar and his
That's what
family.
Sridhar will be able to
He
see
said it's
now.
the second family. Actually, we are third family. The dog is his second family. Favorite family. Okay. I'm here to present the award for recognizing Mary Adams. She has been a great mentor for me the last 1 year. I joined last year as a board member thinking that I'm going to be here for some time, but I think I was given this role, and Murray has been there almost every step of the way, encouraging me. I was a little bit shaking on my boots, but she has been a great mentor for me, and she has done so much for ABRF besides me, so much she has done, and I think we will miss her, but we are not going to let her go away because we are roping in her as many things as possible for her to continue to do. Therefore, we are going to see her more often, and she will have more time to do more ABRF stuff. And please, I'm going to give this award to Murray Adams. Please join me in thanking her many years of service. Murray.
I won't take long. You guys have already heard plenty from me. The one thing I would like to say is thank you so much to my family. Thank you so much to the Van Andel Institute for allowing me to take time away from those other very important parts of my life to be able to be a part of your family too. And I have 2 more jobs, and now I'm done with being president. So, first thing I would like to do is invite everyone to our 2025 ABRF annual meeting in Vegas. Carolyn and Natasha have already been doing so much.
Excuse me. In March, March is Ramadan next year. We missed our friends because of Passover this year. And now next year, I was thinking to join. I cannot come in Ramadan.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know. As you know, we did the work for the Seder this year, and we would love to meet with you to find out what we can and cannot do to make that more tenable for you. I really appreciate that. But obviously, we would love to invite as many of you, and if there are any more conflicts like that, please let us know. We really would like to hear them so that we can make sure that this is as inclusive as possible.
Next year, Ramadan will end March 31st. So after that, like the first or second week of April is a good time. I don't think there is any other religious events in that times. But full March, starting from March 1st to 31st, we have to fast 30 days. And I mean, if it is in the same city, it's okay, we can go, but traveling is a little difficult.
Oh my goodness. So the last thing that I need to do in my president role is introduce our new president. So with no further ado, I would like to pass my own gavel to Soma Samarandam.
Before I, thank you very much. I just want to address, I know we try to accommodate as many festivals as events as possible, and we are aware Ramadan moves 11 days every year ahead of time. We looked at all the possibility, but please, we appreciate you bringing that issue to us, and as Marie pointed out, some of the Jewish holidays were to fall during this meeting. Therefore, what we try to accommodate, have a Seder dinner and consult with you. We would like to approach you or any other friends of Islamic faith here. Please let us know. Many of us are not, but I'm studying Arabic. I know what's how important Ramadan is to people, and during the whole sun up to sundown fasting, I know it's very important. We'll try to find a way for you to pray 5 times a day and things like this. Please let us know, because not everyone is aware of the importance and how important it is. I just want to say that before I said anything. As you see, I am not generally nervous in speaking in front of the crowds, but this is a big responsibility, and as I was indicating earlier, I joined the board thinking that I'll have some learning time, and I happened to become president-elect the day I joined the board. Therefore, it was very exciting for me, at the same time very nervous things for me. However, I am surrounded by wonderful people. I was just talking to Ron Neese. He said, we are praying for you, we are supporting you. And people like Marie, Justine, and Aksan, they're going to tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm not doing right, very frankly, and right here, everybody is sitting there. I'm very thankful. What I lack in terms of the knowledge and experience, I have time and energy, right? I'm still young, I'm only 65 years old, therefore I will try to do best, and I know I can keep talking here, but already Jim spoke about beer, and you are all waiting, why the hell, I don't drink, therefore I don't see the importance of going to the pub, but you all want to go. Therefore, I don't want to hold you long, but a couple of things I want to do. As Mary said, we are working on a new strategic plan. We are also embarking on things like grant writing opportunity, and also looking at financial diversity, as Justine pointed out. And please complain to me if something is going right. It's all because of members. If something is going wrong, it is because of me, right? Therefore, you can always put the blame on me. But what I'm saying is, please just let us know. We are trying to learn how to do this, and then hopefully we'll have our financial situation is improving. we will continue to improve with your support. And I want to thank you. And I'm leaning on you and many of the experienced board members, Sridhar to Joe and everybody else, to help me out on all the committees and chapters. And I come from chapter. I worked on CSER for several years, and I was a CSER president. That is a different thing, right? It's a very huge organization with so much. And with that, I welcome you to 2025 meeting, and thank you all of you for being great members and supporting the association. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Right, as Soma has mentioned, the last thing that we would like to do is invite everyone to the closing reception. So here's how to get there. It is 4 minutes away. Everybody take a left out the doors. You have to cross one street. I trust that you can find your way. Since we do have a little bit of time, I would like to open the floor and make sure that there are no questions that we can address so that we can be as responsive as possible. All right.
Marie, thank you very much for what you've done. We're not really so anxious to get rid of you, though. Didn't we just vote that you have a new position?
You did catch that correctly, yes.
Yes, okay,
I was hoping for at least one or two no's so that I could go take a break.
Are you?
But yes, I will be the very first ABRF past president.
Good for you. And I have to make one correction to the thanks that were made. Ron and I were credited with the presentation that's out there with the timeline. Ken gets a lot of credit because I sent him the raw materials and he populated it with the data and really embellished it and turned it into the film that you see. So Ron and I didn't do all of it. Thank you, Ken.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Well, with that, thank you everybody for a wonderful 2024 meeting, and I look forward to seeing everybody at the pub.
We'd invite our 2024 program committee to come up and receive their awards, as well as our certificate recipients for scholarships, JBT. Thank you.